general nerdery.
The soundtrack to this show is just like all of the songs I was obsessed with in like 2012.
This isn't fair starting with the soundtrack. This is the soundtrack. Other than maybe Shore's. Okay.
Do you want me to cancel and restart the episode? They'll never know.
No. I just let's get all the identify. I'm Tyler.
Welcome, General Nerdery, your podcast about liking things. I'm Zach. That's Tyler, apparently.
Oh, and I'm Steven.
That's Steven. He's here too.
I'm here too. I'm always here.
Yes, we're covering Creature Commandos today. Tyler, go off, bro.
Okay, so this is the soundtrack I have listened to of any show more than any other. This close second place is Shoresy, but I don't know if you guys would count this. So when I first watched this show, one of the big experiences I had was being like, oh, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 9 of the songs on the official playlist, before I ever watched this show, I already had liked on Spotify.
I don't know off the top of my head, but like I was listening to Coin Operated Boy before I was listening to Spotify, so.
And one of the artists, I have a song liked from the same album as the song that they have on the soundtrack.
Attaboy.
Like Juke Baritone's Hey God is great, but like I love a couple of his other songs better. But like this is where I get to show off like half of this soundtrack is Gogol Bordello, and I have a Gogol Bordello set list like right here, guys.
Oh, that's so fucking good.
That's pretty rad.
When I was in college,
Is there anything on that set list that we see in the
I'm
Creature
assuming
Commandos?
Purple's in here or American Wedding.
Purple, Wanderlust, King. No American Wedding on this one, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Start the
Never
way.
Want to Be Young Again. And I think that's all it has in common with
this.
Oh, and Not a Crime.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, when I was in college, I used to babysit my nephew, and he was like 1 year old. And one of his favorite things to do was I would play Start Wearing Purple and just like dance around the apartment with him. And he was just like, this is the greatest thing
Nice.
of all time. It was like that and Lion Man from, I can't think of that band right now. Fucking banjo solo guys.
No
Mumford
clue.
and Sons.
Mumford and Sons, thank you.
That's
Some
a
of
great
that stock
song.
clap hey
I
shit.
couldn't tell you the name of that band, but yeah.
No, this was a wild experience. Like one of my old roommates watched the show before me and texted me while I was at work. He's like, dude, if you haven't gotten to Creature Commandos yet, you've got to get to it. There's a ton of Gogol Bordello. And I was like, oh, I had already kind of heard that, but I was like, all right, I'm getting to it. And I was watching it and I was like, okay, yeah, wow, that's already like 2 songs in the first episode. That's more than I was expecting. And then it got to the credits of the first episode and I cannot speak Finnish, but my fucking best try is Jordan Vina by Korpiklani started playing, and I was like, are they playing some goddamn Korpiklani? And I immediately like went and looked up the official playlist and was like, oh, I love these songs.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was Korpiklani.
I mean, James Gunn doesn't miss with his soundtracks, but this might be my favorite of them, just partly because it's one of the more out there ones. I mean, because it's not 90% classic rock, but like not a bad thing with all the classic rock ones.
No,
Definitely. This is some new exposure to certain music that I was unfamiliar with. In that, like I'm not familiar with the Dresden Dolls nor Coin Operated Boy.
Dresden Dolls is what is her name?
Amanda Palmer.
And she was married to Neil Gaiman, and I just love Coin.
Who I'm
Operated Boy.
familiar with, and I've heard some of her other songs.
Yeah.
It's a great song. I love that song. And that scene especially was a really great scene with its use there.
My favorite is I had put it a spot being like, oh, I know what song they need to play here. And it started going, and I was just like, yes. Okay, so we picked Creature Commandos partly because we wanted to put it in between Peacemaker seasons. We're not promising we're going to do every new DC product of the James Gunn stuff, but like
We're probably going to do a lot of them
We're
if
gonna
they
do
keep it up.
If they keep fucking ruling like this, we're
going
gonna
to at
do
least
them
do
eventually.
up through Peacemaker season 2, which will put us through everything that's come out so far. So
Yeah.
yes. And then also because this was kind of the slept on one. Like I know a lot of people who didn't get to this, which
And this is the first official bit of the James Gunn DCU.
mhm.
Oh yeah, that's correct. I always forget that that's a weird.
Because Peacemaker season 2
Handoff.
or Peacemaker season 1 and the Suicide Squad are mostly in there, and Blue Beetle was going to be, let's see how it does.
And it kind of seems like they still might use it, but nothing has been officially said yet.
It sounds like they still want to use the actor as Jaime if they have a place for Blue Beetle, but
Which Blue Beetle fucking was great.
that was a good
Yeah,
movie.
I should rewatch that.
And Sholo was great too, the guy playing him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I've read online is that it's like, yeah, we'll use this. It's technically not canon, but it's not canon.
And here is where I do feel like we think about canon too much, but also I love that his first official canon is fucking Creature Commandos, which is really like, that's making a statement of what you want the DC universe to be in a way that, like or dislike the Snyderverse was never going to find something like Creature fucking Commandos in it. Like it was
No.
never going to allow the goofier, weirder sides of DC, which are far and away my favorite.
And the
Part.
choice to make like a animated show be canon in the same canon, and like it clearly is setting up that like it's clearly defined that like this is
Well, and
certain aspects of
specifically-
it of like Rick Flag is dead and like his son like his dad is now the head and like
And
Frank Grillo.
which
and specifically designing the characters to look close enough to the actors that you can play them either way.
Mhm.
Like David
They
Harbour
wouldn't
is,
look exact, but they'd be believable.
yeah,
Yeah.
Frank Grillo's kind of the farthest away, just
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah, he has a pretty big cartoon glow up. I like Frank Grillo, but animated Frank Grillo can get it.
his zaddy
oh
energy
he is
yeah.
zaddy for sure, to the point where I was like, okay, Frank Grillo.
I mean, similarly, the animated James Gunn in the intro, I feel, was him being like, "Can you make a sexier cartoon version of
What
me
if
for,
I look like me now, but 20 years younger?
just for like 10 seconds?"
Not like me 20 years ago. Look like me now, 20 years younger.
Which, like, Frank Grillo is a handsome man. I just watched Werewolves, that newer movie he was in,
Yeah.
relatively in the like last year, and it was he's a handsome man. I don't know why you need to make him like so handsome but older. Like
He does also look older.
Probably because it's a little. I see Frank Grillo and have a harder time being like, "Yes,
they might
that
be
is
hedging their bets of
Rick
when
Flag's
they might
dad.
be able to actually film live action Frank Grillo.
well, he
of-
appears in Superman
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot he does in Super.
and he's in Peacemaker season 2, but we haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
Tyler's seen that. You and I.
Yes.
I started the first episode, but then I realized I should probably wait.
Okay, how do we want to cover this other than this show's going to make you sad while still being one of the funniest things that I've watched in a long time?
And so much fucking blood and guts.
It is like Metalocalypse levels of like violence and gore, but with slightly better animation and plot.
Yeah, I was trying to explain some of the plot lines to my sister because I know she's never going to watch it, but I was also trying to explain why I thought it was good, but also why I think she'll never watch it. But like, and I basically just was explaining the episode I was watching, which was at the time was the Dr. Phosphorus centric episode. And I was just explaining, oh yeah, so I just watched the mob kill his family in front of him and then frame him for that murder. And then that's not enough. They're going to kill him too. and turn him into a glowing murder
They
skeleton.
did not mean to turn him into a glowing murder.
Well, that went really badly for them in the end.
That went really badly for them then. And then I was like, but then it goes into a really fun montage.
And they let Alan Tudyk have a great time with. Actually, I loved the his mobster minions painting their face like green skulls.
yeah.
Like that looked super fucking
That
cool.
looks fucking cool.
Super dope look. It did kind of remind me of the gang in Batman and Robin.
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. Thank you. I always
Oh,
mix-
yeah, the Disco
mix-
Morlocks?
Yes.
Which is like a defining moment for me when I was a kid, being like, oh, this is what cool is. It's glowing Day of the Dead skeleton gang members.
And like
I was 7.
added
No, I understand.
neon
No,
lights
fully-
on guns.
I fully understand, and I am not shaming. I am
It
just
does
like
explain a lot about my personality, though.
it's like fucking Tetris blocks just fell into place in my brain. You just got a full Tetris, my dude. Oh my god.
No,
I so understand you so much more.
watching Batman Forever really is. It's why I've always wanted to do it as an episode on this, but I don't know how well I would do, because it is one of those things that you can see a divergent life path of when if I didn't watch Batman Forever and if I did. Like,
That's your turn left.
My life is very different.
I feel like that might be one we do where we do a watch along.
It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie.
We'll figure out a way to do it justice in the future.
Yeah, I think we'll have to
The
discuss that
hammers
further.
of justice.
Okay, the hammer is your penis.
And we can discuss that off by. But I do. I want to put out a watch along.
So, okay, if you've not watched the show, the basics of this show is after Task Force X, the Suicide Squad, has been shut down, Waller finds a way around it with people that are considered...
And after she's been outed by her daughter at the end of Peacemaker.
Yes. Which seems to have not affected her power levels, like her influence or power at all.
It's all
Hey,
like
she can't use humans anymore, Zach.
That's
which like I was also explaining this to someone else at work to try and explain it. I was like, it's kind of weirdly convenient that they just like specified, oh, well, you're not allowed to use humans for that operative in a world where like Superman and metas exist.
They're still also, though, like really fucking with the lines, because she's like, these assholes ain't human. But G.I. Robot, when he was convicted, still
Was
meant
recognized by the state as a man.
Yes.
So they're not human, but they can be tried as a man.
She's really blurring the lines because it works.
I
for
mean,
them.
like she's blurring the
and
lines on a lot of these, and that like
Weasel's going out for appeal right now.
Waller should have been
Oh my-
fired like 6 different times.
oh my god, before we get too far away from Weasel, I fully understand now the faces you have made
When we
every
bring up
time
this
you
show,
bring up this show and Weasel specifically.
I
Heartbreaking.
literally the episode before, because I went, I don't think I need a tragic origin story for Weasel. I think he can just be like the one. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, we still don't know his origin.
Yeah,
We just know his tragic origin story. Hopefully his origin story's not more tragic.
But just real quick to finish this, the basics are Rick Flag Sr., the father of Rick Flag from the Suicide Squad, is brought in to run Task Force M, which is the Suicide Squad, but not because they're technically not human, and they're sent to defend a Eastern European country with really weird power levels.
Really weird power levels, and that like they keep talking about throughout the show how like they have a bunch of untapped natural resources. Yet how do you have weird night suits with like
Yes, they
ray
definitely have
guns?
sci-fi nights.
They have like the next step up of the Hammer of Baravia from Superman.
Yeah, sorta. And
Yeah.
or at least the next step below, maybe. I don't know. It's very
Yeah, how you want to gauge it, I guess, is weird.
but it is a fucking basically steel.
Mhm.
Like
But a lot of them.
but a lot
too.
of them. And the show skips back and forth between this really like fucked up preventing assassination turns into assassination mission, and going back and learning the backstories of these various monsters. And we have
The first episode is straightforward. Every subsequent episode is interspersed with flashbacks about one of the characters.
Or two.
Yeah.
But in this cast, we have Rick Flag Sr., who again is there because his son died and he's all fucked up and should not be in charge of anything.
Why are you putting him in charge of people who are directly like below him are like the people who killed your son? That seems like really fucked up choice, Amanda Waller.
No, Waller makes bad choices in every level across these shows. Like, Waller is bad at her job in the James Gunn verse.
Yeah.
Rick Flag Sr., we have the bride, who is the bride of Frankenstein. We have Weasel, who we saw in the Suicide Squad. We have Dr. Phosphorus, who is a Batman villain. We have...
I thought you were going to say Dr. Phosphorus, who is Alan Tudyk.
Also, who is Alan Tudyk. We have Nina Mazurki, who is a fish woman who is from Frankenstein Agent of Shade.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask what that's what she's from.
We do need to talk about all of these characters individually. I just want to try to get...
Yeah.
And then actual Frankenstein is following them around, fucking with them a lot. Oh, and we have G.I. Robot, who is the most important part of this show.
And voiced by Sean Gunn, who also voices the Weasel.
Yes. And Tudyk is also Clayface.
And the doctor,
Wait, does Tudyk do Clayface in this too? Because Tudyk is Clayface and Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Oh, fun.
And it's a very different every Clayface sucks.
What is it, Maximus or something? Or Doctor? He's the doctor who's like fucking around with G.I. Robot.
Yes. Yeah.
He's the one who he ends up inventing the Metal Man.
He creates the Metal Man. He is Magnus.
Magnus, thank you. Which that was a fun little nod in that episode.
Dude, there are so many fucking
Sergeant Rock?
Sergeant Rock and the Easy Company. Will Magnus shows up. Rupert Thorne, who is the mobster that throws phosphorus in the thing. Huge Batman villain in the 70s. I mean, Clayface is Clayface, but like the only one that I couldn't really figure out is I kept wondering if the historian woman was someone from the comics.
If she's a callback.
The name didn't pick anything up. If she is, she's a minor Wonder Woman character.
But yeah, more than likely.
And then obviously Cersei. I was convinced when we first watched the trailer that the princess was going to be Amethyst of Gemworld.
Oh, I
Thank
can see
God
that. Yeah.
She's not, but...
I'm looking up that doctrine.
Go ahead and explain to Steven the differences between some of them in the comics. You're going to be able to do this better than me.
Elisa McPherson was the doctor. She's voiced by Stephanie Beatrice, who is on Rosa Diaz on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and a bunch of other things. But like that's what we mean.
And Encanto, and she's supposed to be great in Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal's actually supposed to be pretty dang good.
I've been meaning to watch it.
Not something I ever expected.
Is a history teacher at Gotham Academy. The character created by Brendan Fletcher and Becky Clunan, and Carl Kreisler.
I don't know how to pronounce that one, but I know you're talking about.
First appeared in Gotham Academy #1, December 20.
She's from Gotham Academy?
2014.
Dude, Gotham Academy fucking rules, by the way. Gotham Academy is so goddamn good.
Oh, I've read like the first volume of that. It was really good.
It's sort of Batman Hogwarts, but like...
I mean, I have a feeling almost any named character is going to be a reference after I listen to the Peacemaker podcast.
Yeah, you have so many people, you might as well just toss them in somewhere.
Yeah, the James Gunn was just like very openly like, if we get to the point where we have to name a character, then I'm going to try to make it somebody, even if it's not close to them, but just so that somebody can be in the crowd going, oh, hey, I know that name.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, I will say contextually on Wikipedia, it doesn't direct to Wonder Woman. It directs to list of DC comic characters. So like Gotham Academy is pretty much all she's ever probably appeared in comic wise, and then here, Creature Commando, and is a semi different version.
Mm-hmm.
Clayface going, the lesbians was real fucking funny. Okay. So, all right, let's start with G.I. Roe. Let's just kind of talk about, instead of trying to talk about the show, let's go through each
Episode?
I was going to say,
Okay.
let's go through each character because that kind of gets us through each episode anyway.
Basically, yeah.
Do you have an episode list in front of you?
I can.
Anyways, Rick Flag Sr. is...
I do.
I've not really read anything with Rick Flag Sr. just because he's from the first episode. He is from the original The Suicide Squad, which was a World War II era war book. So same as like The Loser, Sergeant Rock, and the Easy Company. It was a very forgettable war book, but they liked the name. So when they remade The Suicide Squad in the 80s, they just went, oh, okay. Well, this is Rick Flag Jr. This is the son of Rick Flag.
Right.
Yeah, Rick Flag Jr. first appeared September 1959 in The Brave and the Bold number 25.
Rick Flag Sr.
Rick Flag Sr. appeared in Secret Origins 14 in 1987.
I swear that's backwards, but okay.
That's what this, I went to Rick
Cool.
Flag's Wikipedia.
All right, I'll roll with you.
So Junior was released first and then Senior came out
Weird. Okay, I'll
in the 80s.
worry about that later. I've got some of the old Suicide Squad like Silver Age stuff. It's not very good. If you're gonna go read that stuff, go read The Losers or Sergeant Rock. Those are like defining books.
They have announced that they're doing a Sergeant Rock movie.
They've been trying for years.
But
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
Daniel Craig
considering
was signed up at one point.
but considering they're actually making Clayface work,
Hopefully.
I mean, it's coming out. Is
Okay,
what I'm
yeah.
meaning.
That's fair. That's
Like,
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, first episode's Collywobbles, and that's very Rick Flag centric in that like sets up them going to what is it?
Is it Borogravia?
Pocolistan.
Pocolistan, thank you.
Probably a country from. There's a bunch of small countries that were made up for DC. It is not one of the countries from Superman, though.
Is a nation which occupies the state former Modora. It was previously ruled by General Zod.
Superman versus the Elite.
Okay. Great book.
We just got Wikipedia on full blast right now.
Dude, this is some like deep level shit. Rick Flag, my main thesis of this one is he should not be out in the field.
He should not be out in the field, and also that dude fucks.
That too.
Also, he should not, but like
I definitely had that like okay, you know what? We're gonna get spoiler here. If you've not watched this yet and you don't want to get spoiled, stop listening now. Come back.
Oh,
we'll find you later.
this was
But-
always going to lead to spoilers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I just am giving the warning on this point. The
but
fact
also
that the
this show's incredible. Go watch it if you haven't yet.
the fact that the princess is evil, which did not surprise me at all. I spent the whole time not trusting her. But like before that, I was like, well, she is an adult, and she is like not just consenting. It's kind of problematic the other direction.
It's like okay, like he said no, you should stop. You should stop. He said no. He's smacking your hands away. Like, really? You should
also,
stop.
after that fight with Dr. Phosphorus, he has hand cancer now. Like,
Yeah.
he's fucked.
But at least he's shooting blanks.
But like, oh man, she's younger than Rick Flag Jr. That's gotta be fucking weird.
Yeah, like isn't she like not old enough to take the throne or
No, because her mother's not dead yet, so she's not officially the queen.
Yeah, mom's on the deathbed. But it's kind of
Yes.
just like waiting for the time
Uh-huh.
to run out.
But she's like 18 to 20 range.
How old is the actress? Because once again, he does try to get people that could play both.
I don't actually know.
let me look it up.
I think she's supposed to be younger than the actress, but the actress might give us a range.
Alan Tudyk did it. That's not right, but I'm looking.
Busiest man in Hollywood.
Maria Baklova. She is 29.
Okay, so she's somewhere in her. That's less
I'm gonna say
problematic.
18. Well, I'm going to still say that the character is probably supposed to be
18 to
between
20.
18 to 21.
Yeah, like there's definitely implications that it's for sure legal, but fucking super wrong. So like 18 to 21 is my guess.
I'll go with weird.
Or at the very least, Rick Flag Sr. for sure shouldn't be out here because that man is in his late 70s.
I think he's 50s in this. That is the impression that I have, at least.
Yeah, no, that's the impression I have, but like timeline wise, I don't know what they're expecting me to think, but like it's got to be one or the other. She's real young or he's way older.
Yeah, it's don't think too much about this. But I don't know. There's not much to Rick Flag.
Look at our power armor knights.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention to this bit over here.
It's not. I don't have too much to say about Rick Flag because he really just does operate as the like good guy, the soldier with a sense of morality after the death of his son.
She does the voice of Cosmo the space dog.
James Gunn loves to reuse actors.
That's awesome.
She also apparently plays Ivana Trump in The Apprentice.
Oh, there was a movie made.
Yeah, with Sebastian Stan.
That's so the movie bombed. No one paid attention to it. But man, Sebastian Stan's work.
Okay, that's what I know her from. I was trying to figure that out, and I somehow missed it. But she's in Bodies, which is really fun.
Okay.
Back to Creature Commando.
Let's not get too stuck on Wikipedia here, guys. We're still going to get stuck on Wikipedia. Don't get me wrong. I'm not pretending otherwise. Yeah, I don't know. Rick Flag is...
He's Rick Flag.
Generic soldier man. Like, you could have had him played by John Cena in any of his roles before Peacemaker. Like...
Yeah, I think... I'm pretty sure the use of Rick Flag is to keep that character of like soldier man, but also now he's soldier man with a vendetta.
He's kind of grounded force of the thing.
Well, and he's also kind of baseline badass.
Yeah.
Like, you can see him and you're like, oh, he's doing the sort of things that, like, Peacemaker can do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what allows you to realize just how fucking strong the Commandos are.
The Commandos are fucking terrifying.
Yeah, like Phosphorus, but we'll get there.
Phosphorus is terrifying.
That brings us to The Bride.
The episode Tourmaline Necklace.
Which is, what is that, Indira Verma or something like that?
Indira Verma, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if Bride appeared before the New 52. This is very much based off the New 52 version of The Bride. Both DC and Marvel had Frankenstein runs and Frankenstein appearing.
Varma, not Verma, sorry.
Thank you.
Yep.
I would guess this version was created by Grant Morrison and Doug Mahnke in Seven Soldiers Frankenstein, but I don't know if she actually appeared there or if she appeared in what I'll get out there is probably the best book of the New 52, Frankenstein Agents of Shade, which heavily influenced this version of Creature Commandos.
So that was one of my questions I had for you is like, we get the introduction of obviously Frankenstein and the Bride here. Mm-hmm. How accurate is like the character of their personas to that? Because I've heard you talk about
my biggest grudge against this show is Frankenstein is one of my all-time favorite DC characters, and I cannot say that anymore because of this. It is.
You don't like him simping the bride to a lethal degree?
I don't like him being literally a talking point for toxic masculinity by James Gunn.
Which it's very fucking funny that they have David Harbour doing that.
He does such a good job with it too. But okay. So we'll start with The Bride. The Bride, one, is supposed to have 4 arms, and I'm very disappointed that they took away
2 arms.
A set of her arms.
It's not too late. She might still get them.
4-armed badass with pistols in each arm and stuff, like going around taking people. It was cool as fuck when it happens.
G.I. Robot can be thick in the last episode. She can gain arms.
Okay, point of inquiry. Does she have 4 tits?
No, just 4 arms.
I never understand how it doesn't work if they don't have 4 pectoral muscles to
it
like
doesn't.
help.
It does not. The closest you get is Goro in the first Mortal Kombat movie, where he literally can't like
unless they're secretly like tentacles that look like human arms.
I don't got a great answer for you here, buddy.
As long as they're not wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Which
we've
was really
seen that does not work very well.
No, not well. But that also was one of the more flicked up things I think I saw in this show.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna have to talk about Frankenstein 2 to go in it. In the comic books, Frank and the bride were a as happily as those two are capable of getting, married couple for several years. They were both created by Dr. Frankenstein, who is not even like, I think he's the real villain of the novel. No, he is a Dr. Moreau level, like he is a fucked up villain. They split after they attempt to have a child, and it is a real fucked up monster to the level of like they have to kill it because it's rampaging kind of thing.
Oh, bad.
And the bride is not able to handle this and leaves Frank. And Frank is always like, anytime they get together or are around each other, he wants her back.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, no, we can't. Like, it's not that I don't care about you. It's just there's some things we can't really come back from.
Interesting change. I like that better than what they did here.
I understand why they swapped to this version of Frank, and it is
I mean, it's an
fun.
easier way to do that.
Frank is also the straight man of the book in the book season, because he's giant and terrifying and all that, but he's not the comedic character, but the comedy kind of happens around him. He is the giant undead, one of the most dangerous secret agents in the world, that carries the literal sword of the Archangel Michael and quotes Milton while killing a world full of demons. A literal world full of demons. Demon Planet versus Frank.
Yeah, Eric is not that.
No, Eric is very different. He
No.
also does end up dating Nina Mazurki at one point, but we can talk about that more when we get to Nina. He works for a organization called Shade, which is what if S.H.I.E.L.D. was run by mad scientists instead of hardcore black. I mean, it's still pretty hardcore Black Ops, but like they have a bunch of GI robots and they use them with like a Nintendo controller.
That's pretty fucked up. Having seen what GI Robot can do, that's pretty fucked up.
I love GI Robot so much.
GI Robot's so great.
The
and I
best
was
part of the show.
So sad at his death.
David, when I heard David Harbour was doing Frank, I was like, oh, this is the greatest choice of all time. It still is. It's just not in the way I was ready for. Because like in the comics, I like Frank better than I like the bride. In this one, obviously, you're a fucking sociopath if you're on Frank's side or Eric's side.
Or Victor's side. We can get to that.
Dude, Victor is still the biggest villain of all of them.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. The whole
Eric is
situation.
bad, but like,
I saw that. I don't know what led to this, but James Gunn addressed it in a tweet at one point. He's like, yeah, Victor is worse than Eric. Eric, it's no excuse for his behavior, but Eric at least is literally brain damaged.
yeah. Victor is like, okay, so
Has a wife and kids and fucks his own creation in front of.
when we made the joke of
It's pretty fucked
Cece
up,
and I
man.
were watching, and Victor Frankenstein is fucking the bride, who he taught to talk.
Oh, she's still around kindergarten level at that point. Let's be real about this.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it even more. I didn't
I was
think
like,
about that.
I made the joke because Eric is like standing there of like, which I got the sense that he walked in on them, not that they just started with him there.
Oh, they didn't like, well, we're going to cuck you.
But I was like,
You stand over in the cuck area.
So is this cuckold? Does this count as cuckoldry? Because she's not actually his wife. And Cece's like, well, let's see. It's and started listing the various drees that it would be, and we're like, or the Elias it would be. So like, it's necrophilia, it's pedophilia, it's incest, kind of. It's fucked. He's bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
It is interesting to see the bride, because as she's walking through the mansion, she doesn't have like kind words for Victor or anything. She seems aware that he was like now that she was or that he was fucked up. But she still has like the memories and the emotions and the whatevers
even if it was for a fucked up reason, it was still the first kindness that was ever shown to her.
Mm-hmm.
And like introduced the concept of kindness to her mind. It is the framework for her to feel that feeling.
And she mentions that her memory doesn't work the same way as normal humans.
So she remembers everything. She doesn't forget in the same way.
Weird.
It's one of the things I like about this show where it will show stuff like, it will show complicated things like abuse or killing Nazis and show like that it's not just straight black and white. Like, okay, I'll jump forward to it. When they have the scene where GI's killing all the Nazis in the forest, that is a fucked up violent scene, and they at no point make the level of violence like, haha, more palatable. It's still deeply disturbing. It's just also you're like, fuck Nazis. So like you're a little more okay with it, but it doesn't make the violence and the death less traumatizing. In the same way here, this clearly abusive relationship, if nothing else for the level of power dynamics between the two of them, ignoring all of the Elias that I've just mentioned.
I will, to tie into that, I think this was probably on purpose, though it's a lot different in the novella. In the very last episode, when she's talking to the princess before the very final scene, and she's like fingering all the books on the bookshelf, the one that she pulls out is Matilda by Mary Shelley, not Frankenstein.
Okay, I was curious about that because I don't know Matilda.
One of the things that happens in Matilda, there's no there's no physicality between the two characters like there was with the bride's backstory, but part of it involves the main character Matilda's father confessing an incestuous romantic interest in her.
Ugh.
Weird, wild pull.
Also,
He then kills himself because of it, and she like has a lot of bad stuff happen as well. The whole thing is about how she's despairing and like dying after.
Mary Shelley was not a happy lady.
No.
I don't think you get to marry Lord Byron and be a happy lady.
The book is considered to not be factually autobiographical, but emotionally autobiographical.
Ugh. But like, okay, even
Yikes.
looking at the other points of Victor, like he gives her the necklace and she's like, yay, pretty. And he's like, ah, yes, I got this for you. Yeah, it was with the pile of corpses that I built you from, and they don't need it, so I guess why not give it, like, which is such a, like, bullshit way to, like, look, I got you this gift, but it was a gift that required literally zero, like, effort or thought from him. And
This thing I already had I saw you liked that I got from a bunch of corpse robbing? Sure, you can have that.
Don't tell my wife.
Aren't I a nice man for the way that I'm doing? Like, yeah, it's a lot more. I don't want to say more subtle because, as we said, we saw him fucking, and you're like, oh, that ain't right.
And like,
but like, it is still more subtle than just how openly villainous.
Do you
Eric
think
is.
he just straight up was that like they kiss and then like they immediately start fucking, or did he put up a fight at all?
You mean Victor Frankenstein?
Yeah, Victor.
Oh, he initiated. There's not a put up a fight. I'm sure he went.
Yeah.
He started everything.
Yeah, no, he instigated that like a fucking creep.
Unfortunately, not unfortunate. Like, she is cool as fucking hell. It's just hard to talk about her because all of her origin story is so bad. Like, there's not a good point in it.
No, but it's an incredibly well done episode.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's some of my favorite flashback sequences, and the way that it works and bounces back and forth between what's going on
it does,
in the episode.
It does balance it probably better than any other.
And then the quick little clips at the end of her and Eric are just...
So yes, we didn't really explain this. Eric is Eric Frankenstein, and he made Victor Frankenstein build her. Because at one point I was like, did you just build this woman to fuck her? But no, he built her because Eric would murder him if he did.
Mm-hmm.
No one would say that. I would say that.
Right? Am I not someone?
Jesus Christ. You know, there is someone who watched the show and thought Eric Frankenstein was like the hero.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm certain that like the way that I was reading today about male-centered civilization, where like everything is focused around, or the majority of things is focused around like the need and the focus of males in our society.
The patriarchy.
Yes, but it's like a specific aspect of the patriarchy. But he really is just like the patriarchy given form of like, I mean, a lot of his lines are basically ripped straight from far right incel websites, and James Gunn said that.
Yeah.
The design of Frank is really good, especially when he was wearing the Hawaiian shirt. But
So good. Neat little shout out that I noticed. Most of that final montage of the two of them throughout the years,
visually maybe my favorite moment of the show.
amazing.
It's really good.
But most of it you get like 2 or 3 seconds of, where you get to really see some action, and then they'll do something that transitions. But there's like a very quick series of them right at the very end of the song. And in one of those frames, he is wearing a Mighty Crabjoys shirt.
Oh my God, he's obsessed with this band he made up.
That's fun. I love that.
I do think it's weird some of the places where
Also, that was Eugene Hoots of Gogol Bordello in the 1991 segment when it's the fucking band going.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Which is that's
To
a
be
really
honest, I
fucking
thought
great
that was
sequence.
Gogo.
Yeah, it's Gogol
sorry.
Bordello.
Sorry, I was mixing up Gogo Bordello with Foxy Shazam, which is the other band with a man with a mustache he's obsessed with.
Yes.
I get it. I watched that first episode of Peacemaker season 2, and now I have
That song lives rent free in
oh
my head.
Lord stuck in my fucking head pretty often.
Anything else about the bride, Frank? Oh, I do love that Frank is like being set up. I keep expecting it to be like a huge moment when they meet again, like showdown fight scene or whatever, and she literally just shoots him in the chest several times, and he like, one, he's not dead, so they can bring him back, or he is dead, so they can bring him back. But like, not a big moment of her, fighting to oppose. It's kind of like in Captain Marvel, where Jude Law was setting up to be like, yes, this is our time. Let's have this big fight. And she just takes him out like, fuck you. I don't owe you your expectation of what this is.
Thinking about Eric, I will say he's terrible. A lot of his lines are taken straight from fucking incel message boards. But over the course of him interacting with Rick Flag, I at least got the sense that he's not too far gone.
Yeah, I think he's just desperately lonely to the point where he's so fucking dumb he will do terrible things.
That's part of it, is he's
and nobody's ever told him no, because he's the fucking Frankenstein monster.
Yeah. Also, he's a dumb guy that thinks he's a smart guy.
Yes.
Which is
bad.
Yeah,
not good.
What's our next episode? Is that
Cheers to the Tin Man?
My favorite episode of the season. Again, just because.
Yeah, probably either this one or the last one, the bride episode.
I just love, if nothing else, it gave us the "Do you want to kill Nazis with GI Robot?" meme, like. Or my favorite version, where someone redrew GI Robot to be Kamen Rider and saying, "Do you want to kick robots with, or do you want to kick Nazis with Kamen Rider?" But GI Robot, who, I had this one up first, was another one of those World War II war stories. I think James Gunn liked those a lot because he references several of them. It was never World War II was a big selling series, or like genre for comics back in like the 60s and 70s, because it was either people who were there reading it, or written and drawn by people who were there, basically telling their own stories in a lot of cases. Like Jack Kirby loved writing World War II war stories because he was in World War II. Like, it was a place for him to do therapy, basically.
I mean, we see the same thing with the movies of the time period.
Yeah. I mean, it was such a we still get World War II movies, but imagine when a majority of the population was still alive to remember it.
To Audie Murphy starring in To Hell and Back, the Audie Murphy story, that they had to toned down to make it believable for Hollywood audiences.
So, G.I.
Wild.
Robot first appears in 1961's Star Spangled War Stories 101, created by Robert Kanigher and Ross Andrew. He is often called Jake in it, and Jake stands for Jungle Automatic Killer Experimental, which means they found the name that they wanted and had to work to
Yeah,
get...
it's Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon.
And there have been a lot of versions of G.I. Robot over the years. Like, usually it's, in the original, it's a robot in World War II fighting Nazis. But a lot of times, in the same way that they'll bring characters back to, like, keep the copyright on them, it was not uncommon to be like, oh, we need automatons that the government's using. Bring forth the new generation of G.I. robots.
Cool.
The comic itself, I've read a few issues. It's kind of like the Haunted Tank or the Unknown Soldier. Like, the idea is so much better than the actual...
I just remember the Haunted Tank's existence, and that's so fucking great.
Haunted Tank remains one of my favorites. They just really need to deal with the fact that
The Confederacy of it all.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, all they have to do was like, oh, dude, I was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I was fucked up. And I am haunted by what I did and the like damage it committed, and thus I am trying to redeem myself. Instead of being like, I was a Confederate General, Alexander the Great sent me here. Listen to an old episode of Word Balloons to cover this, and you're gonna have a Confederate flag on your tank.
I still don't understand why. what was it, Julius Caesar?
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great? Why?
Never have been able to figure. I don't have that first. I've never read the first issue or first appearance of Haunted Tank, so I could not tell you.
Just thinks tanks are rad.
I also want to know who was on the drugs that went, you know what we should do? What if a tank was haunted by a Civil War general?
It'd be real kooky because, like, they're all a bunch of, like, military men. And, like, they're not probably racist, but, like, what if we threw a racist guy in there?
Sure, the Nazis were directly inspired by, like, shit like the Confederacy, but what the hell?
But, like, okay, so we can't put a Nazi in there, but what if we put the ghost of a Confederate?
Fuck. Okay. But anyways, G.I. Robot is mostly, like, the name and the imagery is fun in the comics more than any of it is important because, like, robot in World War II uniform is just, like, good design aspect, and two, has to be fun as fuck to draw.
Really great concept. Really fun to try.
And, like, it was another one when they announced, oh, G.I. Robot's going to be in this. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's perfect for Creature Commandos. Put no more thought into it. And then from his first fucking appearance in this,
I just need G.I. Robot on a team with HK-47. And what are the two with Dr. Aphra?
oh, 000, and I don't remember what the other one is. Yeah, just all of the murder robots.
Yeah, just give me all the murder robots.
And Data's twin brother lore.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Except I feel like GI would kill most of them.
Yeah, probably.
They're into kind of Nazi shit, even if they're not Nazis.
You know what? Just him and HK teamed up. I'm good to go.
That sounds like something a Nazi would say. What?
Sorry, I just thought of the person we used to work with by the name of HK hanging out with the AI robot, which
I did go there for a moment too, and I was like, HK was a sweetie. No.
HK was a sweet little Asian lady, and I would love to see her killing Nazis with GI robot.
True.
The moment of befriending Nina and calling her friend Nina, I was like, oh, you're my favorite now. Like, even because before I was already like, oh, cool, I like this. This is a robot that is open about wanting to kill Nazis, and I'm past the. I don't want to kill, but I am past the point of being like, well, if you kill, you're just as bad as the Nazis. Like, unfortunately, no.
In this circumstance, when it comes to Nazis dying, I am not pro it, but I'm certainly definitely not anti it.
It's Okay to Punch Nazis is one of my favorite new songs that I've heard recently.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily going to be doing the killing, but like I would maybe help tie the noose.
And also, it's so over. Jesus Christ! It's also over the top.
I'm not going to pull the switch, but I'll set it up.
Of like when he's standing guard and just listing off all of the Nazis he's killed.
Nazis.
Friend Nina, my disappointment at not being able to kill Nazis is minorly lessened by seeing you save. Like,
He's the best.
if there's anyone I would kill Nazis with, GI, it would be you.
I love Sean Gunn. Sean Gunn,
He's a good actor.
he's a great actor. And he does like that. He does a really great wide depth of characters.
He has good vocal range, so it's perfect for that.
I'm just thinking about him as Kirk on fucking Gilmore Girls. And then now doing everything else he does.
Or his role in Guardians of the Galaxy, which is very different
Right.
from this.
Right.
Or like, yeah.
There's been a trend lately amongst nerds at the various protests going on with the line from Andor on signs that I have friends everywhere. Could we start seeing some cheers for the Tin Man?
Yeah. Cheers. They do make that scene like
It gave me chills thinking about that, actually.
Yo, the I have friends everywhere like hits me in my like nerdy core and gives me hope. So
I need to see season 2 of Andor still. It's so fucking good. The like cheers for the Tin Man moment. You don't think about how heavy how impactful a moment it is that you're like, hey, hell yeah, they've accepted the robot. This is great. We're loving it. And then showing like the different eras of time. One, who the fuck would put GI Robot on the television, like talking to people? No one.
Sorry, you just said something that really, for some reason, I just realized how they frame so much of that episode with G.I. Robot dead center of frame in various different scenes, especially. It's noticeable, like the jail scene, cell scene.
I think it's very like simplistic framing for a very simplistic character. Like GI Robot is not a character that has subtlety, is not a character. GI Robot has these kind of like two things that he wants, and one of them he literally had to be explained what wanting is to like get to it.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So keeping that really simple like center framing I think helps with that idea. But like they send him to talk out on TV. I was certain he was going to kill that TV interviewer when he goes, sounds like something a Nazi would say. Like,
Right? Like, oh no, this is about to be a slaughter.
And I feel like it basically is setting up that like at any moment he could just like,
and that's what I kept thinking was going to happen. That
he's going to find a Nazi. He's going to kill them.
He was going to be able to not handle the fact that there was like translate something to Nazi-ish and go, not actually show up at a neo-Nazi. Man, that one fucked me. Okay, one, Michael Booker.
Thank you. I was literally just trying to figure out his name.
Which I didn't catch the first time I listened to this, but I was like, oh, big fat dude with too many cats who admittedly has some yellow flags when you have that level of World War II memorabilia.
Yeah,
Like,
that's like, oh, did you start this collection yourself or was this an inherited thing from your father?
well, and people collect, like, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's just,
Right.
that's why I say yellow flag instead of red flag.
It's one of I feel like a lot of those, especially when you get to see his collection, it's very yellow flag is the best way to put it, because upon rewatch
It's
there's
a
a
lot
couple
of
things
Nazi
that jump
shit in
out.
there.
It's not necessarily even Nazi shit, but it's like Imperial Japanese war flag.
that was the thing that stood out to me on rewatch of like, that's interesting.
Well, and there was like an SS hat in there and
Yeah.
stuff, and that was a big one. But like, it's not just that. And you see him watching World War II films, which those
Whatever.
films are not on the like Nazi side. So
No.
you're like, oh, okay, he's like, I don't trust people. I sword fight in the park, so I'm not making like, oh, people who like simulated violence or violent things are bad. But I admittedly don't trust people who get too into war memorabilia or like war
Likewise,
war obsession.
War is the only genre of film that I just kind of fucking really can't hang with personally. Like, I don't watch war movies. Like, if it's too like realistic depiction of like World War I, World War II era like war movies, like it's a thing that I'm just like immediately turned off by.
But you're like, oh, cool. He is like, this guy might be okay. Like, you know, something bad is going to happen to him because you know where G.I. Robot ends up. But you're like, oh, this guy's actually kind of good for G.I. Robot.
I fully thought the guy was going to die of like a heart attack, and then it was going to shift to another fucking thing, or like because he got put into this, then he gets sold off to a bad
Or
war
he was going to
memorabilia
get killed
person.
and G.I. Robot goes on a murder spree.
Something like that.
Yeah. Like,
I was definitely not imagining the turn it takes.
but the moment he like, well, and also I just like cats. So the moment I was like, oh, the cats, oh, sweet. Oh, this is going to go bad. Oh, but
That robot's covered in cats.
But the moment he's like, oh, just like-minded people who want to like help the country or like, and I was like, uh-oh. That's,
I do wonder how somebody who has had to learn enough at least to put together the collection that he had, like why he would think it was a good idea to bring G.I. Robot to a fucking neo-Nazi rally.
And like G.I. Robot is very open about how much he wants to kill Nazis pretty constantly, at least in the future. And then also in the past, it's really only in the instances we see with, I think it was Sam. Where he's not constantly talking about killing Nazis. So
he still mentions it at least once, though.
So like Sam should have like really red flagged that call for himself of like, oh, okay,
here's
not
how I'm going to
bring
put it.
that up with this murder bot.
Neo-Nazis are stupid.
Good point. Good point. Excellent point.
Okay, here, actually that kind of makes sense. After having put together that collection, a lot of the different firearms and stuff would have had to have been decommissioned before he got his hands on them. Not necessarily. I've definitely, like, I've held a Nazi tank commander Luger. My fucking friend inherited one. His grandfather was a fighter pilot. Grabbed one out of a bombed out tank position after he got shot down behind enemy lines.
Which I imagine he needed it.
But he bought his collection. He had to put it together, probably from other collectors.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that stuff was probably decommissioned. He probably assumed G.I. Robot was decommissioned as well.
Well, and also it does seem to be some level of disconnect. Like, as I said, he's watching World War II films, but again, those are films from the point of view of the Americans. And I've encountered these people who have become so separated from the morality of like Nazis are bad that like, yes, all war is bad. And like, there were plenty of atrocities done in World War II that were not done by the Nazis, but like, or done against the German people. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, but like, levels out the morality, and he's like, oh, I'm all about World War II. He's from World War II. We're going to identify. And like, I feel like he's become just the level of disconnected from it. But yes, with the amount...
Or he's one of the idiots that's like, never understood which machine they were raging against.
Yeah.
That's a very good possibility.
I think the real answer is just Sam's fucking dumb. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nazis are fucking dumb.
I mean, also... As soon as just the sheer delight he takes in fucking G.I. Robot just saluting him.
Admittedly, I probably would have done that too. Like, if I saluted a robot and it saluted me back, I'd be like, all right, I'm good for like 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
I am like...
I mean, I would maybe give him like 2 and then I'd be done. I was like, okay, I don't need to waste your time with this. I don't want to waste my time with this. I salute you, you salute me back. I got it. Understood. I can't find any Nazis for you. I'm definitely not. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Would you like to hang out with my cats?
Are you cool if I smoke weed? Is that like on your Nazi no-go list? Because I got a bong I was going to rip. And if you want, I can blow smoke in your face and see how that works for you.
Like, I know it's iffy around Vigilante depending on which state we're in. So
Shit. I do want to see G.I. Robot meet Peacemaker, but... do you want to kill Nazis with me? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty great.
Can we just dump GI Robots Heaven is just being dumped in Earth X?
Yes. It's a
No,
Earth
I
where-
know.
Okay. Yep.
You can tell the listeners, but like,
It's an Earth. In the original Earth X was a world where World War II didn't end, but it kind of has since become a world where Nazis won the war. In the original, also remember, where World War II didn't end means that war's been going for like 30 years, not now, where it'd be going for like 85 years.
God, that sounds exhausting.
Just 30 years sounds exhausting. 2 years sounds exhausting.
No, any amount of war sounds exhausting, but the idea of like being born at the start of that war and
Aging out of the military and have it still be going.
like retiring theoretically from like hitting, if you were lucky enough to hit retirement age and the war is still going on.
I've kicked my pension and we're still fucking fighting the Nazis, which I mean, we kind of are, but in a different way.
Okay, we've kind of said it a couple times, but not directly yet. GI Robot slaughters the entire fucking Nazi convention.
Yep.
Maybe the moment where you've realized where GI Robot's grown the most, other than when he talks about like, if I could go anywhere, it'd be to see my boys again. Is where he just like, they open up the thing and the swastika shows and you just, oh boy.
Oh
boy. Like,
Well,
but not even like happy, oh boy, but just, uh-oh.
Well, he was starting to notice. He sees the 88 on the way in, which is when I was like, oh no, he's about to kill everybody.
The moment they opened it and you saw that fucking like hardcore redneck with a Confederate flag hat, I went, I see what's happening.
It was the 88 to the Iron Cross on the other guy's shoulder to the guy eating a hot dog in just like pretty much full Nazi regalia.
And then another one drinking heavily German beer. Like,
and we're like, you guys aren't even pretending to be fucking nonchalant about this.
Well, put it in the era that it's in, because you get this. This would be early 2000s, because they said he was experimented on through the 60s, through the 80s, and then got lost in the 90s.
Although it's definitely that they give me the same vibe as the Nazis from the Blues Brothers.
Mm-hmm. You got to remember how much time for a while the far right was just Nazi cosplaying. Like now, they push the rhetoric super hard, but they pretend they're not Nazis. Back then, they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wear the uniform and everything." Like Nazi, because that was
Illinois
more
Nazis.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
And that was more of a
Fuck, I want to watch that movie so bad.
shock value, advertising value thing for it. Of like, see, look, people will be mad at us. We're showing our now. It's just we're not talking about that.
Now it's too much of painting a target directly on them for people who are willing to, kill them.
When you can call the other side Nazis but do Nazi shit, that's more effective. But anyways, GI coin operated boy with GI Robot pulling out the guns and starting to just cackle. Man, I already said that the bride, like from an animation perspective, the bride fighting
I get
Frankenstein
troubling
is...
boners wearing white-ons.
Yep. But like from a pure
understood, not for me personally, but understood.
From a pure animation standpoint, the bride fighting Frank is probably like the most beautifully illustrated part. But from a like emotional zenith point, coin operated boy scene might be the best scene in this, like,
because he's getting to finally kill Nazis, even though he's not really killing Nazis.
He gets the line is almost academic. Like they really we've not talked about the Sons of Cersei, but like they really are leaning into the fuckers that we saw raiding the Capitol on January 6th. Like down to that guy wearing a bike helmet, and you're like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like,
Right.
And like the despairing level of idiocy of the Sons of Themyscira is
That's
so
right.
fucking wild.
They get all the nice waterfalls. Why can't we get waterfalls?
oh my god.
So sexist.
That's another. We're not really talking about Cersei, and we'll kind of get there later. But like, that is another one of like she.
I mean, we
might
could
have been
touch
right,
on
but
it.
also she was being. Her approaches were no less fucking awful.
Oh no, now yeah, her approach was very bad, and she didn't give herself any good grounds to like not get fucked over the way she did. But she also thought she could just come in with her little boy toy army and take over this podunk country, not realizing they have super soldier armor, more than likely, or disregarding that.
James Gunn had things to say about white man rage in this show is really what I think more than anything else.
I think for sure.
Who do we have next? We have Weasel.
Yes, Chasing Squirrels is the episode 4.
I'm sad now. Episode 5.
Do we want to touch on like the main story plots points just to kind of before we get too far away from it? Because like they come to what is the country they come to?
They come to Eastern European country of indiscriminate origin.
They come there basically because they find there's a threat on the princess's life because Cersei's there with the Sons of Themyscira, which is like a alt-right angry white men group.
Again, just anyone. The QAnon Shanaman, you could put him in there and change literally nothing about him, and he would fit in there perfectly.
Yeah, basically.
But also, these guys were all members of Gamergate.
Yes. But basically are being promised that if they work for Cersei as a militia here, they'll be taken to Themyscira and they'll take over Themyscira and not be so sexist towards all the men. And so that's why the Creature Commandos have come in to basically
protect this princess because the U.S. wants to be allies with them thanks to the various natural resources that they want to.
Right. And then in the Bride episode, the bride leaves the castle that they're protecting, fucks off to Victor Frankenstein's second castle where he does his experiments. And then at the end of that episode, they get captured
by the Sons of Themyscira.
By the Themyscira and have a really fun fight scene with Cersei. That's where you get the inflatable hands. And then in Coin Operated Boy, basically Rick Flag and the rest of the guys show up there, take Nina back to the castle to basically fight them, the Sons of Themyscira, as they're attacking the castle.
And it goes really badly for Cersei. The whole thing. Fuck.
Yeah. And that basically goes really, really badly. Like she gets fucked up, and they take her prisoner, and like
she's got face cancer now.
The princess is like, aren't you gonna kill her? And they're like, nah, we don't do that. And it was like, I'm pretty sure the internet says you do.
That was maybe. Oh God, that line is so good.
Like, okay, but we're not supposed to.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
And then next episode, Chasing Squirrels. Basically, they bring her back to
the U.S. Belle Rev Penitentiary.
Thank you. I was.
It is a penitentiary deep within it's Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh, I just realized that it's that. I fucking listened to a podcast also that talked about Alligator Alcatraz, and that's some of the most horrifying shit in American history.
But yeah, basically like a black books prison off the records, off the grid. For supervillains and or
for super
meta humans.
Here we find out that the Weasel has a lawyer who just calls him John
because he's just known as John Doe. Voiced by Linda Cardellini, his lawyer.
Yes.
Shit.
That one I clocked immediately.
You know, I was realizing this. I don't know shit about Weasel in the comic books. I know he exists.
Same. I don't know anything.
But he is part of a long-running tradition of where animal men, Weasel, Hyena was a big one during the Infinite Crisis era because you could kind of kill them off or have them literally tear someone apart or whatever, and it's fine.
The Weasel is the name of 2 DC comic supervillains. Weasel first appeared in the Fury of Firestorm 35.
I should have known it was a Firestorm character.
And was created by
Gary Conway.
And
don't know.
Raphael.
Sure.
Canea? I don't know if I'm saying that name at all right. I'm definitely not reading it right.
Kayyanan.
Yeah. There was John Monroe, which was the one that was first appeared in Fury of Firestorm. And then the second one is a future version
Basically, they probably killed that weasel, but they still wanted to have that animalistic weasel character. So
appears in Batman 666 as an enemy of Damian Wayne.
Well, and it
Grant
kind
Morrison
of
shit. Okay.
it kind of rounds it out being somewhat the Universal Monsters.
Yeah. Because he's their Wolfman.
Yeah.
Like in the actual Creature Commandos, they did have like, here's a vampire, here's a werewolf, here's
Right, and at the very end,
Nkatu the Living Mummy.
well, Nosferatu joins at the end.
Yep. It's much more a traditional Creature Commandos. And Nina is Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, Weasel is a nothing character in the comics, and that's fine. Sometimes you just need the nothing feral. It's like Vermin in Spider-Man, or
Exactly. Yes.
I'm also just reading that that James Gunn has stated that the character's portrayal is based on Bill the Cat from the comic strip.
holy shit, you're
Bloom
right.
Country?
It is Bloom County.
Bloom County.
Holy fucking
That's
shit.
really funny. Oh my god, I see it now.
I'm never going to be able to unsee. I love
Oh wow,
Bloom
yeah,
County.
yeah. No, that makes sense.
It aged weird because, dude, that creator got weirder and weirder and weirder over time, but the original Bloom County was one of the best comic strips in the newspaper history.
Wow, that's wild.
Berkeley Breathed is the creator's name. Oh my God, Bill the Cat. Okay. But I mean, literally, as we were watching this, because Weasel is in the Suicide Squad. He's
Yes.
in the first team that gets fucking massacred. And then in the after credit scene, you find out that he
Got away.
got away, and they were like, all right, whatever. That's a funny little after credit thing. To bring him back here is James Gunn taking advantage of what he has.
It's very much of like, what do I got in the fridge? Okay, I can work with that.
I got a weasel, yeah.
Well, and from what I've gathered in things that I looked up, it seems like he used a couple ideas in this that he originally had for the Suicide Squad and didn't do there.
Yeah,
Oh,
because there's only
interesting.
so much room.
So basically, Ratcatcher 2 was supposed to be Nina.
Oh,
That's the big one. And
And then he went with Ratcatcher instead.
no, I mean,
Oh.
it wasn't supposed to be Nina as in the character. I mean, like, their roles and how things end.
Oh, I'm so glad they changed that. I mean, I'm still set. We'll get there.
oh, in Creature Commando.
Nina was supposed, or Ratcatcher 2 was supposed to die the same way Nina does, basically.
Got it.
Or
Okay.
along the same line.
Along
Yeah.
the same lines.
For the same tragic
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm glad they
Character
didn't do
bait.
that because I'm glad they kept Ratcatcher 2 because
God,
like
she's so good.
so good in that, and like one of the best parts of fucking the Suicide Squad. So although I'm afraid he's gonna come back to that well. Fuck me, James Gunn has destroy me in a movie theater someday with that.
Anyways, we find out Weasel's origin story. He is accused of murdering children. But it turns out that basically children were the only ones that befriended him and treated him kindly, and he treated them kindly in response. And all the adults kept thinking he was an enemy and kept blowing shit up as a result.
Although them kids be dumb,
No, those kids were
those
very
kids are
dumb.
real dumb, but
like oh let's play around with this open fire.
yeah.
I got caught playing with matches as a kid, and the neighbor called the firefighters on me. Like, it is a thing that happens.
Like I understand, and that's the appropriate response. Getting the firefighters called on you
But
will
the
scar
level
you
of,
to the
like,
point where you're not gonna fuck around.
the fire just was playing on the ground, or was just burning on the ground, and they kept just playing. That's the part where I was like, ooh, that I don't believe.
Yeah.
That's-
See, I was about to say, I was a kid that played with a lot of fire. And even as someone who liked fire and liked being around fire,
you'd be
that
like,
was...
fuck.
Yep, nope. We gotta make sure that we're in control of this. That's what makes it fun, guys.
Yeah, like that's a no situation at any point in my life.
It does continue. James Gunn says ACAB, which really
Yeah.
is a theme of this show. It's from this here on.
God, dude, this episode is one that made me cry for sure. It really destroyed me to see how sad that tragic backstory for Weasel is. Of just like, he's just looking for friendship and companionship, and he's just like
He's an innocent.
he's an instant kind of like a dog, like
He's not even like he
intelligence, like basically like smarter than a dog, but like basically like a dog level emotional intelligence of like
He's
I-
kind
You're
of
good
like,
to me, I'm good to you.
like cartoon dog.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like, especially over the course of not just this episode, but sort of the way things play out with the rest of the season and Weasel, that his ultimate backstory is probably that he was almost for sure human at one point.
mhm.
And that's why that's part of like the struggle he has internally is like whether to give in to the animal or not. But he's so far gone that he is just the animal most of the time. But like, it really kind of broke, like, one of the things that made me real sad for Weasel was when he like gave up the life with the wolves.
yeah,
because he
no,
was
that really broke
very-
me too.
Very much choosing humanity at that point.
Well, and-
But realizing that like I could just do this.
And also kind of
This
just
could just be my life and this would be great.
choosing his friends. I
Mhm.
mean, this is another James Gunn found family story. Except, what a fucked up found family.
Oof. This family.
Don't pick this family.
This is a forced family,
Yeah.
not a found family. It's a found family through forced circumstances.
I will say that scene where they all meet up after like the wolves and stuff was cool as hell. Even if I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, don't, oh, bad. But like throughout this, he's never actually that violent, is he? Like, he's not even usually part of the fight scenes. He's sort of just.
Oh, he goes to town on Cersei.
That's true. But
But-
even then, it's
but
only
wasn't that
after
after
Cersei
Cersei
attacks
attacks-
first. Like,
Yeah.
And like and attacks the princess who had also just spent like a bunch of time playing with him.
and then you
And
find
looks
out
like the
little girl. Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
So when the CC and I started watching this when it was coming out, and we were getting one episode a week,
Mhm.
and we got one episode further than this. You guys both watched. I know Steven watched it all, like basically in one.
I
batch.
sat down, watched this all in one go without realizing how quick it was going to be. And then every time I've watched this, I've basically done the same. My last watch through was the only time that I've been able to like, I broke it up into like basically hour chunks.
And I think I binged it the week after it ended.
Okay, so you've never done, because like definitely the weight of this episode when you don't have another one starting immediately hits real fucking different, especially with the ending of like he's dreaming about his traumatic backstory, but he's moving in his sleep, and they're like, oh, he's probably dreaming about chasing squirrels. Like,
Right.
they really do just treat him like he's kind of Pluto the dog, like smarter than an actual dog, but not.
I will say that it did
But not
feel,
goofy.
Yeah.
it did feel like the bride was being knowingly dismissive of that with her comment. Like it felt like she was aware of the fact that like she knows he's not dreaming of chasing squirrels. She's just like trying to be mean.
Maybe. I mean, she usually is, so that's not out of line. It's just,
I think both could be true in general, that like they general are demeaning to them but also do think of him as a dog.
yeah. I don't know. There's not too much on this. It's Weasel's story is incredibly sad. Is he's hanging out and a bunch of kids get killed because people freak out and blow up the school that he's in on accident, and then the cops blame him for it.
Yeah, like
When
and
he's because they see him trying to save the dead children.
yeah, like he does nothing to harm the children. He's playing with the children. An explosion kills most of the children. He's trying to actively save the only surviving one, and they think he's trying to kill that child, and subsequently
Cost the child its life. Yo, I will say this show kills a lot of fucking kids. I am used
Yeah.
to like Skyrim, where kids are the one thing that can't be
Can't kill.
killed. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of dead kids in
there's
this.
you're not used, especially in a cartoon, but like we are not a culture that really shows dead kids that much. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like, I don't want to see dead kids, but like this show is willing to blow up some kids.
I'm weirdly on a weird dead kid kick right now.
Maybe don't put it that way.
A run of dead kids
But
in
yeah,
media.
between this and Dan and
Well, that one, yeah, between Dan to Dan and then Something's Killing the Children, especially. There's
Should go watch some Summer of '84.
Oh no, thank you. I've heard about that enough that I don't know if I can hang. I don't like it. Let's full stop put that out there just before we get too far away from my comments about media of dead children. I don't enjoy it. I've just somehow been consuming more than normal than lately.
Where are we at now? So in the real life, they have taken out Cersei. It's revealed that Cersei has a prophecy of
The princess.
destroying the world.
Yeah.
And so Amanda Waller sends them back to kill the princess.
Yeah, and that's when they have the professor come in to like confirm Cersei.
Mm-hmm. And during this time, Rick Flag is like, no. We don't kill the princess. I just banged her. Also, because he is supposed to be the like traditional good guy soldier in American media.
Of like, yeah, still wants to be good.
The moral soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Also, probably doesn't want to kill that woman he just fucked.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not both. I'm just saying that's going to play a factor.
Yeah. Give him 30 seconds. Yeah, you're right. He's old. He's probably got some tricks. Give him minutes.
Yeah. Give him 30 seconds. You've seen The Princess.
God, it's a very quotable show in a way that makes you a bad person.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or a great one. Cheers for the Tin Man?
I did feel for Alexi in all of this. Like, his name was Alexi, right?
What happens to that guy? Does he die?
Yeah.
Phosphorus puts his fist through his head.
Yeah, that's Alexi.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized what it is, what they are. They are the Rocket Reds. So in the 80s, it was revealed that as a continuation of the Cold War, Americans had like the Justice League and all of the various superheroes and stuff, and Russia or the USSR unwilling to move on or to not have the superhero meta gap, but not having the same level of like superheroes, creates a army of the Rocket Red Brigade, which is it's just those knight armors, except in like communist and white and red design stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The member that joined Justice League International was named Alexi and was a big goofy man in the same way that Alexi is. It's literally just they couldn't use the Rocket Reds because this is not Soviet Russia.
But
So they just changed it to
make it the colors work and
to
be
basically
the royal guard
being
of this
Atomic
country.
Knights, who is another character they put into Atomic Knight, shows up in the Superman like History of Metahumans mural.
Oh, okay.
So there might be some connection to that later on. Sorry, that's not super important to it other than I just liked Alexi, but
yeah, Alexi's fun, but that's a fun little flavor that I didn't know, so that's helpful. That's cool.
God, that's deep cut.
That's pretty good.
This show seems like it's pretty layered with deep cuts.
Which is probably why I like it so much. But what I do appreciate is it's layered with deep cuts, but not in a way that you have to be me to enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
you
like
don't have to know them.
Yeah, like if I didn't know that, it didn't distract me from knowing that, but like that's fun like world building lore of like
Cece,
this is an existing concept, let's pull from it and just have it all work together.
Cece loves this show, and there's no way she knows who fucking Rupert Thorne is or even Dr. Phosphorus. Like,
yeah.
They go back, the knights are aware that they're trying to kill the princess, so they distract and try to take them away. And Phosphorus punches his fist through Alexi's head. Meanwhile, Frank and Rick Flag
that's into episode 5, Iron Pot.
Rick Flag and Eric have teamed up, and Eric has decided that Rick Flag is his best friend, which again shows to that lonely idiot thing that you were talking about, of like the moment he got some kind of human affection in a way that did not slow him down from getting back to the bride, suddenly Rick Flag is his best friend. Richard Flag. I call him Rick. Like,
it is hard for me to tell who is the king of the world. Is it Leo or is it you?
oh my God.
And then he points at him. And yeah, so that's the episode where you get more of Frank's backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the main plot is basically like them looking into
the professor lady, and it turns out that Clayface has taken over the professor lady. I don't have too much on this. Like, it's a good episode. Rick Flag gets the shit beaten out of him. We don't.
Eric's backstory side tangent is
awful.
And like haunting and sad, but it's also kind of a weird side tangent because we kind of already got his origin.
We just got like 10 minutes between. It really, what it is it showed a moment where he could have, because you say he's not beyond redemption, and I don't necessarily disagree, but also
He's not seeking redemption, though.
we saw a point where he could have moved away from all of this, where he could have gotten redemption, become a good person,
and just moved on.
We've seen him turn it down once in the past,
and really
basically.
putting like it makes me not sorry for Eric because he chose. Any place where he could have had happiness, he chooses not to have it because he's so angry about what he doesn't have and what he feels like he's owed. Which, man, if you want to really talk about the fucking manosphere, it's that. Except without the blind Romani woman.
And so this is awful, but I do also think that at that moment, he truly does believe that he's doing the old woman a kindness.
Mostly
because of how fucked up he is.
Yes, but it's mostly because he's not listening to the woman. Because, like, she shows him. So, again, it's kind of a choice thing. Like, it's very patriarchy. I was reading about male-centered civilization or male-centered people. And it is very much like, she shows him, she tells him these things. But because she is a woman, basically, he's incapable of, or in this case, because she's blind, he's incapable of treating her as anything other than lesser than, and can't understand that, like, he's like, oh, I must be right. So he might believe it, but it doesn't, I don't know. It's so confusing when someone, like, honestly, legitimately believes something, but you're like, that actually might make you worse.
Yeah.
Like,
not saying it to excuse him,
but
or to make it better.
Just
but I
explain
do believe that in that moment, he thinks he's doing her a kindness. I don't think he's choosing to be evil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. He thinks that this woman is going to die without him and is, like, doing the right thing by killing her, even though he should just leave her there with her dog.
Or stay there with her.
I mean, if he's, like, of the options for him, he's not going to stay there. He needs to go be with his bride. Just fucking leave her there alone.
Might be the biggest thing about Frank, because he's one of the most evil people on this show, but he's never intentionally evil, which is a weird world to live in.
Yeah.
Just the damage being dumb, but, like, intentionally dumb, like choosing not to learn, can do on the world. Where are we at? I'm sorry. I watched almost all of this in a sitting last night.
Then it'd be Phosphorus.
Yeah, then it's Phosphorus, which is Pyrite Skillet.
I know almost nothing about comic book Phosphorus. I know he's a Batman villain. I believe, might be Gary Conway as well, but I could be wrong I think I'm wrong on that one. I've got a book that he is in that is, that's going to drive me insane, but that's not. But most of the times I've read books where Phosphorus appears, it's
first appeared in Detective Comics 469, May 1977, created by Steve Englehart and Walt Simonson.
Oh, Simonson, no wonder it's so fucking good. And Steve Englehart did a great Batman run. I picked that up because they did the issue where the Joker poisons all the fish in Gotham Harbor and then copyrights the, like, Jokerized fish and tries to claim that they owe him millions and millions of dollars. It's a great, dumb Joker plot issue.
God damn it. Real dumb and good.
But anyways, usually when I see Dr. Phosphorus, it's like, oh, we need a C-level strong villain to take out. One that, like, they don't have superpowers, so he can wreak all sorts of havoc. But when you put him against, like, Superman or a Green Lantern, he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So basically what we see in that first episode where him and Rick Flag have that awesome fight scene,
Yeah.
but we don't get the level of personality. Kind of the place where I know Dr. Phosphorus best is he was the inspiration for the character Blight, who was the main villain in the first few seasons of Batman Beyond.
Oh man, okay, thanks. That helps scratch an itch.
Glowing green skeleton
Yeah,
man. Because in Batman Beyond, they didn't want to do the big name Batman villains. So they took a bunch of the like C and D level Batman villains and reinvented them to generally much cooler versions.
I really love how they approach that. Like the closest they get to like repurposing like a big villain is the Joker gang.
Yep, the Joker gang. But like Spellbinder is an actual Batman villain. I don't think Ink is a specific one, but there's several. And as I said, Blight is just Dr. Phosphorus if he was successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he had money to back him.
So having the origin of this is Dr. Phosphorus makes a deal to pass his research, to get his research done with the mob, but his wife convinces him, like, you can't give them these nuclear secrets. Like,
They're gonna
No.
give them to this bad country.
To Bialia.
Oh yeah, they do say
who
Bialia.
is the country from Superman?
No.
No?
No, that's Barovia.
Okay.
Bialia is Queen Bee.
yeah, we
okay.
see it in Young Justice.
Yes, I know that. I just keep waiting for one of these small Middle Eastern countries to tie into the one from Superman.
It will eventually.
What was the one that wasn't Barovia?
I don't remember.
Couldn't tell you.
Because I think they do mention that one very briefly.
Couldn't tell you.
Again, there's a whole part of the world that they have just inserted in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
It actually comes up in the Avengers Justice League crossover. They're like, this Earth is slightly bigger, actually. Like, it's got more countries, too. I guarantee you Phosphorus does not have the dance scene in the pimp jacket that he has in this one. But basically, he gives falsified data to the mob so they can't actually do the stuff. Rupert Thorne, who was a big-name Batman villain, who I think was like a fucking city councilman at one point, finds out that Dr. Phosphorus was, or whoever Dr. Phosphorus used to be, was lying to him. So he murders his wife and child and then steals the secrets and tosses him in the whatever nuke. They never even bother to explain.
Alex Sartoris.
They never even bother to explain what his fucking
Thing is?
thing
No.
is, other than just like,
This is where the magic happens.
He briefly says it to his wife. The premise is that like it's a treatment for cancer that basically uses nuclear radiation that doesn't kill the patient. And like he talks about it very briefly in a way that like if you're paying enough attention, you're like, yeah, sure, that makes sense. If you break it down, he says nothing.
he ends up surviving it, goes on a murder spree, another very satisfying murder spree. Like, I am against murder, but watching fucking Rupert Thorne's gang, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty fucked that that they murdered your wife and child in front of you and then planned to frame you for their murders. So that
As a murder-suicide.
as a
And
murder
then-
suicide. Although no, it seemed like they were taking him back to the lab and they were gonna.
Yes, but they're like, it's the classic story. Man kills wife and child and then kills himself with his own experiment.
Yeah.
Which, like in the Batman universe, yeah, actually a pretty classic story.
So it is murder. It's just like a very involved murder-suicide
Very
plot.
involved murder suicide. Also, they didn't tie him up. He gets out of that van at one point and like they get him back. It's just like
I just
You guys
don't
suck at
think
your
they
job.
think that this traumatized scientist man is actually going to like put up a fight. He did seem to have gone catatonic before that for the most part. So
Yes,
That's
down.
true.
they are bad. I mean, both of
No,
these
they're,
things can
yes,
be true.
they are bad at their job.
yeah.
I
Then
don't
he,
want to speed run through this, but it's just they let Alan Tudyk be funny because Alec Tudyk is funny.
Darkly funny.
Very darkly funny.
Oh, dude, and is this the episode? It might be the next episode where they touch on the fact that like he hasn't felt physical touch for 15 years.
Yeah,
Because like
you can't.
you can't,
You will get burned.
and like
Although the rule of what you have to hold to stop yourself from getting physically burned is pretty fucking loose. Because, like, when Flag grabs him with an oven mitt, I'm like, that's radiation
Fine,
burns?
but
Like, I
okay.
don't really think that's...
No, but I get it.
I understand what you're doing, but I feel like that glove should only maybe you get one grab and it's gone. Like you're throwing him and the glove is sticking to him because it's melted to his skin. But yeah. That one was also a really sad one that really hit me in the feels of like, damn, I'm sad. I could cry at this.
It's James Gunn did it in the Suicide Squad as well, and even with Peacemaker, honestly, like, he's really good at making these reprehensible characters. Like, Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad is a bad person. Even fucking, like, King Shark and Polka Dot Man are not good people. They're just fucked up.
I mean, they're people for the most part.
Or
especially fucked up.
Phosphorus is insane and deeply evil in this.
I mean,
But
watching
you
your
feel
wife and child
very powerful.
and scary powerful. I imagine he went a lot insane during that experience.
Yeah.
And has never gotten any kind of psychiatric help for it. So I get it. It's sad. It's really sad that he's going through this. And it's like, oh, okay. Sure. I guess I gotta let you like melt all these mobsters. Can't fault you, guy. Can't stop you either.
Awesome dance scene with the pimp outfit and get all of the mobsters who I like. He's like, everything Rupert owned is mine. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yep, sure.
No problems with this.
So now though, I don't know how much we're meant to think about this, but this show sets up and Gunn's Batman is going to really have to deliver on being a badass because everyone flees from Batman when he shows up at Phosphorus's party, and they don't even bother to show him taking him down. It's just like,
Yeah.
like, oh no, he's fucked because the Batman just showed up.
Which I do think is a smart choice of just like the Batman showed up and he's now arrested.
And not just that, but like Clayface 2v1's Eric and Rick Flag. The Batman takes Clayface down on the regular.
Is this the same Clayface?
It might be, but also
So Gunn did say that this is at least going to be the Clayface in the movie.
That's what I was wondering. Like, okay,
Oh, cool.
so that actually makes that movie scarier to me because they made Clayface fucking terrifying in this.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say about Clayface? I'm hoping they're making him a smart Batman.
Same.
Gunn
Like-
is more likely to have some of the detective element.
Like, I hope he's
Batman.
like, he's winning these fights because he comes fucking prepared and like,
That's the thing. I think it's supposed to just be like, if he shows up, then he's already got you in a position where you're fucked.
right.
It's the, that issue of Grant Morrison's JLA that we read that is kind of the origin of like all powerful Batman, where he takes out like the 5 Martians and the fucking Martians are going like, it's just one man, and Superman going, the most dangerous man in the world.
Yeah, and then he just off panels 5 Martians.
God, that scene is cool. Fuck. Okay.
Which, like, are all Martians, do all Martians have the fear of fire? Or is that just Martian Manhunter?
It's all Martians, but in that storyline, no one else had figured out that they were Martians yet. Only Batman had figured it out, which is why they were so dangerous. And then they like walk into a room to be like, all right, we know he's in this room, and what's that smell? And he just like lights a match and tosses it on the ground, and a ring of fire because of gasoline pops up, and then just starts punching the Martians to death. Like,
That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick.
and
That's
then
pretty
the
great
next
Batman.
time you see them, they're all hanging upside down from chains, unconscious.
Okay, Batman's got it on lock. Got it.
As
Yeah.
I said, this was the origin story of Batman is unbeatable, kind of what
I was going to say,
Bat God has become.
the Superman movie had a lot of all-star Superman in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we know James Gunn likes Morrison's idea on superheroes.
I'm going especially because he said Damian is probably going to be the Robin. I'm expecting to see a bunch of Morrison's
Morrison
Batman
Bat.
in there.
Interesting.
I do love Morrison's Batman version where like all of it's true, and the reason shit got so trippy in the 60s and 70s was just a lot of the villains at the time were using
Drugs?
drugs and gases and stuff. So like his memories of those times are a little hazy because he was getting hit with like fear toxin and shit all the time. So like it seems a little unreal.
He still has the acid flashbacks.
God, now I'm just wondering, are people doing like cut versions of the fear toxin to like...
Probably. It's not a fun high, but
I mean, there's people who do fucked up drugs, my friend.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like I keep trying to talk about the plot line of the thing, but really the plot line itself is pretty simple. It's
The actual plot line takes like 3 minutes to explain of all of the episodes.
other than the
It's
final
just
revelation is
dragged out.
confusing as
Yeah.
shit. It's this the reason we're
And
talking
an
about
amazing double twist at the end.
Yeah, like at this point, they're all going back to kill the princess because they know that Circe has had this vision to say she's going to start World War III.
the reason that we're talking about the characters as opposed to the plot more than anything else is because the plot exists for us to look at these
Really,
characters. Which brings us to our last one, and definitely the saddest, Dr. Nina Mazurki.
Yep. Was the saddest? Didn't hit me as hard as the other ones, I will say, though. If that makes sense.
It primes me every time by the little bit that mirrors the actual filmed sequence from Creature from the Black Lagoon with her swimming underneath the princess.
I've never actually seen Creature, but yeah.
I haven't seen it in years. I should rewatch it.
So, okay. In the comics, Nina Mazurki, and I'm not sure of that last name. I think I'm also missing a consonant or two in there, but
I think you're close.
I think you're close enough.
is a scientist, but unlike in this one, it's not her father that experimented on her. She was supposed to create creature commandos for Shade and ends up experimenting on herself as well. So she turns herself into a fish lady as opposed to this one where
Mazurski
was turned into a fish lady. Not even against her will. Like, I keep wanting to be anti her dad in this one.
I feel like he was just a man trying his best.
Like, that's definitely a dad who is really fucking doesn't know when to say no or like when to stop, I guess. But also at the same time, like, I can't fault the man for wanting to try and keep his daughter alive.
And I think that's really what you're supposed to like, because the way he talks about stuff, you keep having these moments of like, oh, you've got a bit of a God complex going on. But at no point is he ever actually. What it is Nina is born with just so many health issues, but he is like one of the greatest doctors in the world and finds ways to keep her alive. At first, what's basically a moving iron lung.
He's someone who it will go to any lengths for his daughter, but because of who he is and how smart he is, those lengths are much further than what most people can even imagine.
Like, yeah, his daughter has genetic disorders, and he's like, no biggie, I'll just go to my science lab and fix these genetic disorders. I happen to be a bioengineer who specializes in genetic disorders.
The only place where he is like outright in the wrong, but I understand the level of desperation he's reaching because Nina cannot really exist in that like moving iron lung
No.
anymore. I also don't entirely blame her mother who just can't handle all of this. Like,
My question though is like at that point, like, can you not just like fucking transplant a lung?
I got the sense that there was, I mean, I keep calling it an iron lung because that's what it looks like, but like
Basically, if I was understanding it, her lungs are on the outside. And that's a problem.
yeah.
And like my question is, can you just like not cut that off and then like put that inside?
Could not tell you. But like the only spot where he's like actually villainous is he's like, sure, there's risks to altering her DNA, but like it'll be fine. I've not experimented on this with anything else. Like, we've not done any sort of safety trials, but like,
Yeah, that was where I was like, yo, dog, you're doing some evil science here. This is evil scientist science.
but also just Nina's story is just sad in the way of like, she's this sweet woman and humanity has never once treated her good. Only her father ever, like even her mom. And again, her mom is just like, I can't handle this. What life have you created for our child? Her mom leaves. Her dad is the only person who ever like gives a shit about her. And she eventually tries to just leave humanity behind.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't let her. And then James Gunn says, "Hey, cab," because the cop just shoots her dad for literally no reason.
And like nothing's going on. Like he's clearly talking to her like in a way that like,
And he pushed past a cop, but like he's not armed, he's not showing any signs. It's the fact that, and honestly, that's probably happened plenty of times in real life where they have gone straight to
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, if cops are arresting someone and you push past the cop, yeah, you should maybe get tackled to the ground kind of thing. Like, I'm not
yeah, tackled to the ground.
exactly.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. But
versus-
like,
Shot in the back. With no time to like be warned that he needs to stop. No warning shots even. Like you didn't even fire a gun into the air or maybe the ground. I would probably do the ground so I'm not shooting stray bullets.
yeah, don't shoot it straight into the air. Don't.
Oh yeah, no. Everything about that was terrible because also directly past him was her. That's not
And
a
another
clear-
cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything about that was like
They
everything
did
you're
bad.
not supposed
They
to
did
do.
bad there.
And then his final words being like, "You were never a burden, you were never anything but the best thing that happened in my life," or something like that. And you're like, what the fuck, guy? Like, Gunn, why?
And like, James, did you lose a parent at some point? Have you dealt with a lot of loss?
But I mean, she is sort of the plot line of this because she is the only human one. She's the only one that really befriends the bride. Because I mean, Flag is nice to her. Flag
Yeah.
is nice to the bride and treats her like a person, but is always from a power imbalance point. While Nina actually treats her like a friend, treats her like even when Nina's like, "I don't like you very much." You know, she apologized to her and she just says, "Go fuck yourself."
Mm-hmm.
And is the one that calls her out of like, "You don't have to be mean to me. Like, I don't know the answer to this question. Don't make fun of me for not. I'm going in with zero context here."
Right.
And starting with like, "No, you're the only one that's actual human." And then when the bride, who is manipulating her, is like, "Oh, you're the biggest freak of us all," or something. And Nina admittedly loves that because it's the only time that a group has ever accepted her outside of her father.
Well, she really is kind of the biggest freak of them all in that, like, she is clearly human, but not also not human and very much a freak. So, like, is more comfortable pretending to be a creature than a human.
Well, yeah, because being a human literally got her nothing.
Yep.
I mean, we don't know with Weasel, but her story's closer to Weasel's than anyone else's.
Of just like, yeah, you just
Yeah.
like kind of got fucked over constantly by existing.
Bad stuff happened to you because people are dicks. And watching her go in for the kill was not comfortable with that, was really hoping it was going to turn around. And then the moment that the princess turns around and I swear her eyes glow in that moment. But
Oh, you know, they throw a flash on it. Yeah.
okay. And man, watching Nina die, I love the character of Nina, so that just bums me the fuck.
Yeah.
And then it seems like it's okay, so it's pointless, but it's not pointless in the way that you think it is because you don't have the full twist at that point. Because what's going on plot wise is then we find out that, like, oh no, like the professor had been switched by Clayface, but then there's the double twist coming up right after this.
Rick Flag realizes that the professor who said you can trust what Cersei sees was switched by Clayface. What he does not realize is that she was switched by Clayface later as a fake out to make it look like, oh, we actually shouldn't kill the princess. That plot line, that fake out, like if you stop and talk about it, is stupid. But it works well for the story that, like, okay, evil princess lady is going to destroy the world because she's a sociopath.
Yeah, dude, that's a real dumb plan in that, like, Amanda Waller is not going to ask questions about this. Amanda Waller's like, oh, this person caused World War III? Sure, let's go kill him.
Yeah, that really is.
It'll just be easier to kill him than to ask questions about whether or not
that
this
is
true
sort
or
of
not.
the weird part where Amanda's like, oh shit, we need to stop them. Fucking no way. Amanda Waller would cut them loose and then be like, supervillains assassinated their president.
What a shame.
The whole castle blew up on accident in the meantime. What a horrible mistake accident.
I mean, the plan was improvised because the princess's initial plan was for them to just kill Cersei.
Yes.
Which is why she's trying to get Rick to just kill
Cersei.
Yeah.
And then they don't, and she's like, well, fuck. It's not a good, none of the plans are good in this, is the problem.
Yeah, no.
No one has a good plan in this entire fucking show.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't for Cersei, the princess's plan would have absolutely worked.
Yeah. But Cersei's plan to stop it was still pretty bad. Like,
Yeah, Cersei's plan to stop it was really bad. I get that she's Cersei and like it's probably hard to get people to like be convinced, but like why didn't she just go talk to people on Themyscira?
Oh, because she's been banished. Waller's plan is bad. Rick Flag's plans are always bad. Honestly, the bride's plan was pretty bad too, because they're like, oh, it has to be under the water. Let's send the one woman who has never even thrown a punch across this.
No, she threw a bottle and then was threatening to stab a guy, and I think she does slash a guy with a bottle.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
still, like, the bride doesn't breathe. Does she?
Huh, I don't know.
Unclear. I don't think so.
We see her. Well, no, she might, because we see when they're fighting underwater in that one scene, she does have the breathing tube in her. Like,
Oh,
old
that's
school.
true.
Either way.
I have a feeling she can drown. It just doesn't lead to death. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But really, the whole impetus is this is one, setting up the creature commandos for later stuff if they want to use them, and two, the bride finding the one person in life who ever has been an actual friend to her, and then the bride immediately sending her to her death. Even if she's not the one that killed, like, even if she's not the one that killed Nina, she's the one that put Nina in the spot where Nina would die.
I just remembered when the bride kills the princess, how fucking gory the body shot is. I was like, oh, that's a dead body. You drew a dead body real good. That's dead.
There's no way she's ever going to forgive herself for that, but along those lines, it's really Waller's fault.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All of this is Waller's fault. But, like, I did like that line of, like, I'm not going to kill you because Waller told me to. I'm not going to kill you because you were going to blow up the world. What do I give a shit about the world? I'm going to kill you because you killed the one person who's ever been my friend. Shoots her in the face. And then just walks out with these two other supervillains. Like,
and I love that they're
Baller
just like,
move.
okay, guys, we gotta get the fuck out of here now.
gotta go.
Gotta go.
She has the exact
Don't
same
be suspicious. Don't
damn
be
near the
suspicious.
same response to what happened when my buddy on his 21st birthday vomited in the back of Charlie B's and clogged the sink, and what the rest of us did before anyone else went in the bathroom. Like,
And we're leaving quicker, but
she
not
was a
too
little less
quick.
panicked about it, but other than that, like,
Let's get our shit and go. No, they will close our tabs. I paid in cash. I hope you did too.
I'd never open a tab. I don't go to bars either, though, so, you know.
Show's great.
This show's really, it's hard to talk about because it's one, a huge fucking cast for a 7-episode show. And two, it's just all the,
Sad trauma dumping.
yeah, I was going to say the layers, but
That's what I said.
There's a weird line in podcasting where if the show is too simple and fun, it's hard to talk about, and we end up with the completely made up adventures of Dick Turpin.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, you get like a bunch of layers and deep visual stuff and like.
So this is
Deep
how
call-
Matilda informs the bride's plot line.
Exactly. Like it gets hard to talk about. This is the saddest thing we've watched since Res Dogs. Which puts it in like top 3 saddest things we've ever done on the show. I don't know what the third one is, but
There's got to be another one up there.
it's up there. Yeah, right?
Coco.
Coco did make me cry fucking hard.
I wasn't on that episode with y'all, but that's the one that of the things we've talked about is the one that made me cry the hardest.
Cried you the
That
most.
cried me the hardest.
That cried me the hardest.
Okay. Not 100% sure what we are recording next time. We are doing a summer chunk of batch episodes because basically all of us have trips coming up over the next few months. So we have the next 4-ish episodes set. They're all fun and good and should be interesting. And what I love about our batch episodes, they are always a weird fucking mix that we pick for things. Like, what's 4 easy to read and ingest things that are completely different from each other?
They tend to be completely different. We're not trying for that, but they tend to be
It just
pretty...
makes it more fun. So, like, don't know what we have for you next. I do know that it will be fun stuff to read and talk about and follows along the lines of things we've been interested in. Thank you as always for listening. I don't know why I'm doing that part. I don't do it, but I should thank people more often.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate how...
And all you non-listeners out there, fuck you.
Not where I was going with that. You should
Fuck
give
you
us a
for
try,
not
but
listening to our
They'll
podcast
never
right
hear
now.
it because they're not listening.
There are 2 wolves in each podcast.
And all you listeners out there, thank you.
But like, you know,
And I'm not going to make it weirdly
I know we
sexual.
only have, thank God, we only have like 10 people that listen, but like, fuck yeah, dude. We do this for fun. So the fact that there's other people enjoying, I really like. And I've gone on too long on this thought press. So in the meantime,
Wait, I got to point this out real quick. Alexei and Sergey were both voiced by the same dude.
that tracks.
100% tracks. It's easy to forget that Alexei died because then you just have Sergey.
He doesn't
right
even really
there.
change his voice, does he? Yeah.
One of them has a scar and one of them didn't.
Yeah.
One of them had a big-ass mustache.
The other one didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
In the meantime, we're your generals of nerdery. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
Dismissed.
This has been a General Nerdery Presents production. If you enjoyed it, please go hit like and subscribe wherever you're listening to it right now. Also, we'd greatly appreciate it if you checked out our other shows over at gnpresents.com. Thank you.